Good morning, good day, good evening, good night, good afternoon. Namaste, love, greetings, and blessings to everyone. True Patriot, also known as CC2 Arms. We're back again, folks. Another live stream. Another opportunity in which I am blessed with an opportunity to right some wrongs, serve the greater good. Try with every fiber of my being to be in service to others with hopefully a good outcome for not just myself but all of humanity. And in today's live stream, this is a topic that we very seldom breach, but it's something that should be discussed. Should the rules of engagement differ when dealing with people who use children in their criminal activities? What I mean is, let's hypothetically, let's say that I've already established a target. This target is going to be eliminated from our world, and I discover that this target is using children as part of all their activities. Use children. Should that change how I deal with said target? Should that alter the way in which I handle it? Now, we oftentimes, when we think about people, we don't think about the impact or the either negative or positive that they are having on the world around them. You know, for instance, we'll put somebody in jail for breaking a law, but we don't give much thought as to, okay, when I lock that person up, when I remove that person from a scenario, how is my removal of that person affecting not just that person, but the lives of others? You know, it's an issue that we don't really consider much. Let me pull my screen capture up here right quick, and it might make some of this make just a little more sense. Display capture. Turn display capture on. Get back up here. Okay. Now, if we were to we're looking at a Google account. Actually, this is in fact one of my actual Google accounts. And we are looking at devices that have been used to access my Google account, as well as we're looking at dates that they were accessed it. And then you'll notice that if you didn't know any better, you would think that I use quite a lot of devices. Actually, folks, this has all been intentional. This is all by design. I don't use any of these devices. But anyway, man, there's a lot of them here. And actually, there's a total of 16 devices. I am only access my Google account. And what's sad is that the so-called adult figures in the scenario not only gave them permission to access my Google account, but actually encouraged it. I've known this. It's not something that's new. It's not like this all happened without my consent, without my knowledge. I didn't know nothing about it. As I said, folks, this has been going on for quite some time. But I thought it would be a good topic for discussion because, you know, now since I am in fact in the process of narrowing down responsible parties that have been complacent in other crimes, should it alter how I deal with people when I know that they are in fact capable and are in fact using children in their crimes? Should that change how I deal with them? I should I should make it easier on them because the fact that they're using kids, I mean, you know, they're pretty fucked up individuals. I just wonder everybody else's feedback. Now, me personally, I think if you're that despicable that you're willing to use a child in your criminal activities, you're beyond low, and you deserve whatever happens to you by whomever is dispensing justice. Whether that's a vigilante, whether that's a judge, whether that's whoever it is, whether that's karma. I think that if you're that despicable of a person that is willing to use a child, then you represent the lowest form of low. And hey, you put yourself in that precarious fucking position, you can deal with whatever the fuck happens to you. But sadly, that's just my take on it. When talking with others, I've had somebody else had mentioned the fact that, well, if they are willing to use a child to shield them, you owe it to yourself to investigate and not only find out if that is in fact correct, but why would they stoop to such low? At first, I was under the mindset, hey man, these motherfuckers are using kids in their crimes. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Society can do without such shit as that. But then I woke up this morning and I got to looking more into the situation, trying to take an outside perspective, trying to, be the outsider looking in and try to see it from a different vantage point, and having to realize that, man, what the fuck is really going on? I mean, drone worship. Yeah, using kids, it's just disgusting. I remember reading the which Charles Dickens book was it? Which one was it? Was it Oliver Twist? And he had run away, and he ended up with this guy, and this guy used all the children as pickpockets. And then they really didn't get much for it, but they would all take whatever they got back, and they would take it back to that guy in an evening, and then he would reward whoever did the best. He'd give them liquor and cigarettes, or I don't remember. Triple M, cheers, friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's a weird world that we live in, and it's not often that we come across people that regard life so little that there's just like no limitation to how low they'll stoop. You've heard that saying, no honor amongst thieves. And I've heard that a lot in my lifetime too, but then that's not altogether true, because if you go to the penitentiary, you chop somebody's head off, and that's why you're in the penitentiary. Hey, you get pats on the back, people shake your hand. If you, however, have fucked with a woman or a kid, you best hope nobody finds out, because it's not going to be a safe place for you once you get to prison. You're going to have to be in a special housing unit to shoot. You're going to have to stay away from everybody, because people find out that you fucked with women and kids. Now, that's just not acceptable. Even amongst criminals, that is not acceptable. The idea of coming up against people that use children, it's made me question, how am I supposed to deal with that? Normally it's just slit a motherfucker's throat, stage a few pieces of the puzzle in a certain way so that it doesn't appear as obvious as the fact that you just slit the motherfucker's throat in their sleep. But I just don't think I could take that approach with these people. I just don't know. They are bad. They're doing some quite evil shit. Man, it's just disgusting. Yes, there is a specific event I'm talking about, Curious Cannabis Connoisseur. I've been dealing with some local degenerates. It all started with things coming up missing and or out of place on my property approximately a year and 4 months ago. At first, it was just a matter of determining who was responsible and for what reason they were responsible. the more I looked into the situation, the more players became noticeably involved, and at that point, it was just all out war. I mean, I don't cause trouble with nobody, but when you bring trouble to me, look here, hey, fuck it, we can have a party. Let's just have a big shit storm, and I'll happily be in the middle of it. So that's the situation I'm at. I tried to take a very, very cautious approach to dealing with everything. Of course, I've never had much respect and or use for law enforcement. And especially in my situation, the more and more it seems as though local law enforcement, if they're not involved, they're at least knowledgeable of the way things have occurred. And with the fact that they've not done anything nor been willing to do anything, to me, if you're complacent in a crime, then you're just as shitty and as responsible for the crime as the people doing it themselves. Anyway, just something to think about. Any time that we have to address issues within society that affect all of society, some of them are less than savory anyway, but when you involve children, that does in fact alter the dynamics of the situation quite a bit. I'm not going to take it easy or light on anyone. Ultimately, I will still do what I've been forced to do, but just wanted to give everybody something to think about. And just look at things. You got to try to see things from all perspectives, not just your own individual perception. Whenever looking at any situation, try to see it from as many alternate perceptions as you possibly can. There's something to be gained from being able to see the big picture. Big picture meaning that there's always a lot of different angles, and you need to try to see everything from as many of those angles as we can. On that note, folks, I am going to end this live stream. I just want to give everybody an idea of what's on my mind, what I was thinking about this morning, and keep on keeping on. Until later, folks, try to love each other, try to be productive, try to get something done. Namaste, greetings, peace out. Much love.